Hey guys, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today we are going to do your Libra New Moon Collective reading. Now keep in mind it's a general reading, which means it cannot possibly apply to every single person that is watching. But if you would like a personal reading, all of the information will be pinned in the comment section below. In case you are new to the channel, welcome, come on in. And in case you're returning, thank you for joining me again today, and I hope that you guys are doing well. So before we get into the reading, I do want to remind you guys that today for our new moon, I will be doing a new moon discount reading sale. The sale began at 8 o'clock this morning. 8 a.m. 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. this morning, and it will wrap up at midnight Central Standard Time. The link is pinned in the comment section below. If you want to get that discounted price for a personal reading, make sure you click it before midnight, because after midnight, the price goes back to normal. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of messages here, and I want to get them all in without, waterlogging the whole beginning of your reading. When I was meditating over the energy, the song that I heard was Beyond. It's from the soundtrack of the movie Moana, from the Moana 2. And I'm going to try not to mess up this artist's name. She's a beautiful young lady. She's, 24 years old. She's been the voice for Moana since the beginning when they first did the first movie. Her name is Alei Cravaho. Alei Cravaho. She's Hawaiian. So again, please forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. But again, if I'm saying it wrong, just go ahead and look up the song. It's here on YouTube. Again, the name of the song is Beyond, from the soundtrack of Moana 2. In that song, she talks about how she can't keep staying stagnant. She can't keep playing safe just to make everybody else comfortable. And there's a scene in the movie where, she's like, I know it's something beyond what we see here. I know it's something out there. We're subjected to stay safe, quote unquote. Playing it safe. Playing it safe doesn't always mean that it's right. We're told to stay here on our island. Don't go beyond this part of the, water, because it's not safe. We don't know what's out there. And she's like, that's the point. I need to know what's out there. I can't live my whole life just playing safe, just playing small. That's not my nature. I can't do it. And, in that movie, I don't want to give too much away just in case you guys have not seen it. I really would suggest that you guys check it out. Now, I know it sounds juvenile and ridiculous because it's a cartoon, right? But you guys know, and I think we all know this, there's a lot of subliminal messages in movies, cartoons, all that stuff. There's a lot of subliminal messages. And in that movie is the over and undertones of ancestral influence is so powerful. And I keep getting messages, and I think I will end up doing an ancestral message as a bonus for today. We'll see. If I do, of course, I'll post it on TikTok, YouTube, and things like that for you guys to check it out, so you can know that I posted it. But there's a lot of ancestral influence, okay? And there was a fear because something happened with her ancestors where there was failure. And so after that, everyone was like, no, our ancestors failed. That ruined them. So absolutely not. We're not going anywhere. We're not going to go off of this island. We're going to stay right here because that's kept us safe for so long. But again, the energy of playing small for a lot of y'all, you can't do it anymore. Your soul is calling for something. If you are feeling, and I'm going to say this because I have to say this for YouTube purposes and legal purposes, I'm not diagnosing anyone, but I'm going to tell you right now, especially when we go through these heightened spiritual times in our life with the full moon, new moon, these portals that we have every month. We have portals every month, multiple portals every month, okay? And portals is entrances, exits. We're entering new portals. We're entering new phases, right, spiritually. When that happens, a lot of people awaken. And then they realize that they're not living the life that they're supposed to be living. And it's like, you can't keep living like that. I mean, you could, but you're not going to be happy. And that's going to cause things to manifest physically, like depression, insomnia, other physical ailments, because you're not functioning in the capacity that you're supposed to be. And that's what that song is all about. That's why the name of the song is Beyond. She's like, I have to move beyond what I've been doing every day because this is not enough. And that's not being ungrateful. That's just saying, like, it's something more out there, something more to me, but I'll never know until I step outside of my comfort zone. And that's what Spirit is telling you to do right now, because the message that I heard is that a lot of you all have been playing the supporting role in your own life, where you're needing to step into the role of the main character. Hear this again. You've been playing the supporting role in your own life. It's your life. Why would you play a supporting role? You are the leader. You are the main character. But you've been taking a back seat to your own ascension, to your own, reality, and that's just it just can't cut it anymore. It can't cut it. Okay. So the individual who's saying the song, she happens to be a Sagittarius, so you could be a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individual. Also, Sagittarius season is not that far from now. Sag season is November, December time frame, so you may feel an extreme need to shift. I mean, like starting from now, because again, we are in an energy time warp, a portal, right? From now until Sag season, you could be feeling like this anxiety, feeling like something is wrong. And for a lot of people, you'll be feeling just completely displaced because because spirit is trying to force you to move. You can't do it anymore. She broke her parents' heart, Moana, in that movie, because they're like, no, you can't go. It's not safe. And she's like, I can't stay either because it's not safe for me spiritually. And so when you start to feel like that, you got to make a move. We're not saying just quit your job and don't have anything, a backup plan, and leave your family because you feel like you need to go on this adventure. We're not saying things like that. We're just saying like there's ways to incorporate what you feel like resonates with you on a soul level into your current reality. But certain things have to go and other things, certain things have to go out of your life so that it can make room for the place where you're supposed to be. Okay? So that's the message that we got. Now, the spirit animal that we got for today is a starfish. This is also associated because when I heard the song in my head, I immediately seen the starfish. And in the movie, the starfish is her grandmother. Her grandmother passed on. And I just mentioned how there's a strong influence of the ancestors. Her grandmother had passed on. She became now an ancestor, a guide, a spirit guide for her. And she was a starfish. Or was she a stingray? I believe she was a stingray, but I keep seeing starfish. She was a stingray. Again, I see starfish. So the starfish spirit animal is associated with being the star of your own show. Like I said, you can't play a supporting role in your own life, because if you're playing a supporting role, who's playing the lead? AKA, you're allowing other people to dictate your reality. Absolutely the fuck not. Talks about guidance, because the stars guide us. It talks about community. Again, it goes back to ancestors. I feel like ancestors are definitely in the building. I mean, they are all over us right now. They are active. And that's what happens. The moon is associated with the past, as the sun is associated with the future. And we have powerful moon phases. The past will always reappear to give us messages, to give us clarity, to give us guidance, right? It talks about intelligence. Your time to shine, because the star shines, right? You're up next. You should have never been in the backseat in the first place. And I'm also getting that your name is about to be displayed somewhere. So I'm definitely getting stuff with like work. You know how they have employee of the month. I'm seeing a plaque. Somebody is moving to a different office, to a different floor, and there's a plaque. Like you're given a plaque for your desk. And then also there's a plaque I'm seeing on the door. Somebody's name is going on a plaque on the door. Okay. Also, I'm seeing someone having to give their old badge in because now their credentials have changed, so they have to update your credentials on your work ID badge. I'm also getting like new codes because now you have access to more things, right? You have keys to this and access codes to that, to things that you didn't have before, because now you're moving up a level, okay? And also, when I think about star, you know how they have like the is it Walk of Fame, the Hollywood star, right? Where celebrities get their names on the star. Somebody is working on a project that could really put their name out there. Like something that's not regular, like everybody isn't doing that, like writing a script. Somebody wanted to step in and be an extra in the show. And you can see like advertisement for that all the time. Like they're hiring for extras and things like that. Somebody is going to go and apply to do something like that as a way to break into the industry, if that's what you so choose to, and you're going to get a call back. Not only just to be an extra, but you're going to get a call back to be in a different production of sorts, so I'm getting that as well. And of course, like I said, that won't be for everyone because that's not everybody's dream, but if that is something you're interested in, they're definitely going to call you back, that's for sure. So let's talk about some names. This could be first, middle, last name, street name, business name, location. We have a few numbers, okay? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if it does, it's all the better. I heard Reginald, Marty, Claudia, Morton, Tree, Hawaii, Ron, Rachel, Musker, Dwayne, Morrison, Alan, Manuel, Adrian, Oscar, Linda, Lena, Neil, Cairo, We have somebody's birthday could be on the 24th, regardless of what month. If you're watching, your birthday could be on the 24th of whatever month. We have the number 420. Somebody's birthday could be April 20th. We have the number 311. Somebody's birthday could be March 11th. And then we have 1010. Somebody's birthday could be October 10th. Or that 1010 energy portal could have been very significant for you, where you felt a shift and you have not been able to look back since. Okay. Now, outside of those possibly being birthdays, you just may see those numbers everywhere. So when you see those numbers, or even if you haven't seen those numbers, it may be a message for you all to look it up now, because it's coming to us in this reading. You may want to Google angel number 311, 420, 1010. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We want to go through the deck until we get the moon card. We'll get the card that comes before and the card that comes after. And then we will get clarifiers for our Libra new moon collective reading. And I also want to send so much love out to every single one of you all, because I have to say this, and I spoke to this, one of my tribe members, a beautiful soul that I spoke to yesterday. A lot of people hear about the new moon and full moon. Everybody talks about the manifesting and the shifts and things like that. Nobody talks about how heavy these energies could be. Yes, it's absolutely beautiful, these phases, but for a lot of people, especially if you are energy sensitive, because the moon rules over the emotions and feelings, if you are energy sensitive, it may not be the best of times for you. So I'm sending you absolute, undiluted love. If you are going through something heavy, if you are feeling like you're going through something that no one will understand, I understand your heart. I'm sending you guys so much love. And just keep in mind, it won't last forever. These energies feel heavy during certain times. I always tell you guys 3 days before, during, and 3 days after the full of the new moon, the energy is the most potent. So just hang on, keep pushing. And if you need support and help, I always have a email posted in the description box below. So please make sure you send me an email. So give me a little bit of time, because I get a lot of emails throughout the day, every day. But send me an email. I always respond to every single one of my emails, okay? So let's get into it. Currently at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the whole entire deck of tarot. But here's the thing about the Knight of Pentacles. He's still on the move. Look at that horse's leg. So it's like slow but steady. Some of you all are slowly but surely realizing that you have to take that step. You have to move beyond, just like the name of the song. You have to move beyond your comfort zone. You can't stay there. That's not where you're supposed to be. And when you have this movement, abundance will follow. You see that rabbit right there? Rabbits talk about luck and abundance and expansion. But here's the thing that's interesting about it. The knight is going this way and the rabbit is going a different way, because you're not seeing eye to eye. You're not aligned with what it is you're supposed to be doing. A lot of people are playing it too safe. Like I said, you are playing a supporting actor in your own life when you are always meant to be the lead. A knight is a supporting actor. If you think about it, the knight goes to protect the kingdom. And who rules the kingdom? The king and the queen. They are the head. They are the leaders of that story. This is a supporting actor. That's not a role that you're meant to play anymore. You are never supposed to be playing in the first place, but spirit is like shaking some things up, like, okay, it's time to wake up. It's time to get active, you know? So let's go ahead, and I just seen the Justice card. That's Libra, and this reading is in a time of Libra with the Libra new moon. Yep. Take a leap of faith into something new. The Fool card, absolutely. Major Arcana, that is definite. So currently now at the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Wands, conflicts, arguments, disagreements. I feel like for a lot of you all, there's a fear of causing conflict with your ideas of change. There's a fear of pushback, you know, because they pushing each other all over the place. There's a fear of pushback when you decide to change something, when you decide to assert yourself. But you know what? That doesn't matter. I have to say this every single time, and I will not stop saying this. I will say this until I cannot speak anymore. It doesn't matter what other people think, because they don't have to live in your body. They don't have to live in your shoes. They don't have to walk your path. Only you do. When we concern ourselves with what other people might say and what other people might think, then that's how you give that leader role to someone else. Why does their opinion matter? They don't pay your bills. They don't raise your kids, run your household. They don't matter. And that's something that somebody needs to, you know, put in their psyche. You may even have to say mantras. You guys know I'm big for mantras and affirmations. Say like, this is no one's life but mine, and I'm going to live it how I choose to. You have to speak life into yourself, because that helps push action forward. Okay. So we want the moon. Look, and that's interesting. Right up under there, he's looking at the moon. Wow. So again, I want you guys really listen to that damn song. The name of the song is Beyond. You see how he's looking at the moon, beyond, into the beyond? And he has his back turned towards things that no longer emotionally fulfills him. Cups is your emotions and feelings, right? And this moon, I feel like, is going to be very specific for a lot of people, because there's no way that you can avoid your feelings after this. It's just impossible. That's just the facts. So again, we want the moon, the card that comes before, and the card that comes after, and then clarifiers for our new moon collective reading. There we go. You guys watch me do all that shuffling, right? Check out what's the first card. The Hermit, seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom, seeking clarity. He's seeking what is beyond where he's already been. He's on a journey here, and that light is lit so he can see what's beyond his sight, beyond what, you know what I mean? And if you notice right here, there's a snake. 2025 is the year of the snake. So before this year wraps up, because he's not completely close to the snake, if you get to that snake, it's like, okay, you're wrapping up this year. He still has a little bit to go. We're in October, so we still have a little bit more of 2025 to go. You're going to realize something before this year wraps up, and you're going to realize it's time for me to go in a different direction. Spiritual awakenings. This is all about spiritual awakenings, and that's for sure. You got Virgo energy there with the Hermit. You have the moon, major arcana, and then you have the Six of Cups. And again, I'm going to say it's a strong reference. Oh, wow, look what's right up under there. On point. Okay, we're going to leave it right there. You know why? Because that's justice, which is none other than the energy associated with this new moon, which is Libra. Hello? So the Six of Cups is people in situations that are associated with past life, this lifetime, and I feel like ancestral energy. Yeah, you look at this card and you see children, but this is something associated with ancestral energy as well, because like I said, past life. 6. The number 6 is associated with the planet Venus. Venus is the planet associated with beauty, love, relationships. Some of you are scared that your relationships with people will deteriorate if you decide to go on your own path, or if you decide to assert yourself in a certain way. Oh, well. And again, I know it's always easier said than done, but do you really need to sit and question why? Why is it hard for you to walk away from people who oppose you and what you have planned for your life? So you're going to live your whole life for everybody else? Get up out of here. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, you can't do that, because then you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel bound, just like this lady here. It's interesting because remember in the beginning, we had the 8 of Cups, and now you got the 8 of Swords. Someone's birth date have an 8 in it, the 8th, the 18th, the 28th. 8 days from now, some of you all may make a decision to take significant strides towards something that you know, something that your heart has been telling you to do for a while. If you look at this snake, it's almost shaped like an 8, isn't it? You see that? So within the next 8 days, some of you all will be making significant steps, or even just inquiring about something that you've been thinking about for a while, but you just didn't even put energy into it because you felt like it would be pointless. And that kept you stuck. It kept you bound. And that goes back to the song Beyond by Moana. Like, she felt stuck on her island. Like, she's stuck on it by this castle and couldn't go anywhere. It's gloomy. It's gray. That can cause depression. Because it's like, I don't want to be here, but this is all I know. So this is my comfort zone. But I feel like what's going to happen is a lot of you all are going to face tower moments. And people hear tower and get scared. But the tower comes and knocks everything down that never had a solid foundation to begin with. It should have never been necessarily. Like, there were certain experiences that you had to have from it, but it was not meant to be long term. Whatever the experience is, whatever the cycle was, it was not meant to be long term. And so when you try to force something to continue to be, that's when you go through this type of energy. Let's get a clarifier. Somebody's scared to let go. He's holding on for dear life. You know what I mean? And like I said, beyond that city, that village is beyond where he's sitting. But he's still like, okay, I have to hold on, because that's what makes me comfortable. Comfort can very much look like being stuck, okay? Let's get a clarifier for Hermit. You know what I'm thinking about also? Moana's father was the chief of the village and things like that, but it was his daughter who was the one who was fearless enough to take the steps. A lot of your ancestors are calling on you right now to be exactly what it was that they didn't get the opportunity to do. To be the person that's going to change the future and trajectory of your bloodline. That needs to happen. Yeah. And remember, I was just talking about her father was the chief and Moana, you know, she was a child, right? Paige is always children to me. And you see how he's in reverse now? He's like, okay, stay. And she's like, no. You see how he's holding on to that pinnacle? And it's like, no, I have to take a chance. And somebody is scared of that. You got a 10 of Pentacles in reverse. People are fearful of uprooting, you know, systems and everything that they once knew. It's going to be a thing of the past, I can tell you that, because the world is changing and so are you. You can't stay the same. Back to this. Did we not have this in the very beginning? It's how we know the message is on point. 2 different decks. You got the same damn card. In this deck, you had one of the first cards was Knight of Pentacles. Slowly but surely, he has all his armor on head to toe, which means I'm ready for whatever. Because I know I'm gonna survive. I know I'm gonna excel. I know it's gonna work out. Let's get a clarifier for the Hermit. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier for the Hermit for our new moon reading. Flipped out sideways so you guys know I have to take it. And it's also face down. So upright is yes, reverse is no. Sideways is transitioning in or out of a situation, kind of being at a standstill, like in limbo, and also can mean 50-50. And this is for the Hermit. 2 of Cups. See, the 2 of Cups is typically seen as a card associated with love, equilibrium, reciprocity. But when we're talking about topics outside of love and things like that, it's like, yes, I'm going to do things the way that it's always been done, because the cups look the same. The exchange energy is the same. This is sideways, which means I'm transitioning out of that. I'm going on a different journey. I can't continue to do things the same way that I always did. That's not fulfilling. It's not, I'm not feeling that anymore, because somebody is ready to branch out. Someone's stronger. Someone has courage. That line is associated with courage. Somebody's about to step out and be courageous and go for it, as you should. Like I said, in a meaningful way. And when I say in a meaningful way, it's like, don't just, you know the saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You can't just quit your job today and say, you know what, Queen Urban said, my ancestors told me to go follow my dreams. I absolutely did, but I did not tell you to just quit that job without working on your plan. You got to come up with a game plan. That's what life is all about. Sit here, pros and cons, write out the pros, write out the cons, write out the game plan, write out the goals. You got to do that. Don't be reckless. Don't do that. But you definitely must, you know, it's time to transition into something new. It's time. It is time. Let's get a clarifier for that 6 of Cups. You have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Lack, loss, abandonment, being left out, and coldness in reverse. The universe will not leave you in lack. You will not be left alone. We stopped at the 5 of Wands, and then you got the 5 of Pentacles. The number 5 in numerology talks about changes, challenges, adventures, journeys. It's time for you to go on a journey, and it will be spearheaded and led by your ancestors. They will not leave you in lack. They will not leave you to just go on this journey alone. Hell, they're activating this journey. Let's get a clarifier for the 6 of Cups. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier for the 6 of Cups for our collective reading. Okay, I seen a card flip up. 3 of Pentacles. Working, building, establishing something together, upright. In reverse, it's like you can't keep working in this program. This is a program because it's always been something that was trying to keep you bound. The devil has them bound. It's in reverse. I want you to notice 2 things that really ties into this energy. There's a contract. Scroll right here. That's a contract in his hand. There's a contract in their hand. Both cards came in reverse. I'm holding this up right so you can see this image. That came in reverse. This came in reverse. Some of y'all may have parents that are earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, strong Capricorn. Also, I'm going to tell you, whatever you felt bound to, you are going to be free of by Capricorn season, December, January timeframe. So December 2025, January 2026. You can no longer continue to work in this capacity. Some of you all will leave jobs that you have been searching for or seeking or wanting to be a part of for a very long time. You're going to leave that job, because your heart is going to guide you elsewhere. Some of you all are so focused on the financial gain of things. And I have to say this, we need money to survive. But it's like when you start to worship money, that becomes the root of all evil. And a lot of people don't even know that they're worshiping money. Like, I can't do this thing because I have to make this money. I have to. You know how many people work themselves to death, literally, to they're physically ill. They don't spend time with their family. And the whole thing is like, I'm doing this for my family, so I have to keep working. I guarantee you, your children will remember the moments that they have with you versus all the things that you buy for them. Those things will expire. But the memories that they have with you will last forever. And that's just, and yeah, I can see, and I wasn't even looking at this when I said that, but somebody is not able to spend enough time with their children because work. Your coworkers see you more than your children do. You know what I mean? Your coworkers have more memories with you than your children do for some of you all. Somebody has a set of twins. Someone has a child or children that's 6 years old. Someone has a child that is turning 16 this year, or turned 16 this year. Getting that as well. I like the fact that the devil is in reverse, because that's like you becoming unbound from this preconceived notion that things have to be a certain way. You are becoming unbound and unstuck. Has no more dominion over you. This heavy energy does not have dominion over you anymore. And see, when the devil energy pops up, like if it would have popped up right, it's like you're not able to see through the veil. It's in reverse. I always say this with the moon also. New moon, full moon, the veil is thinner. So during this time, you are seeing much clearer the things that you didn't notice before. And remember, I said 3 days before, during, and after, and you got a 3. That's your last card. Within the next 3 days, for a lot of you all, you're starting to realize, like, this doesn't make me happy anymore. I want to go where things are balanced. I want to go where I am the star of my own show, because that's going to bring me abundance. That's going to make me feel confident. There's another 5. You had the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles. Now you got the 5. I mean, the 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles we just had, not a 5 of Swords. So 5, 5, 5. Big changes happening. Big changes happening. You guys, and remember I said the artist who sings that song is a Sagittarius. You got Sag right there. Then I say it's going to erupt. Everything's going to come to a head. That volcano is coming to a head. Everything's going to come to a head for a lot of you all about Sag season. Right now, it feels like there's going to be this nagging feeling to do something. In that movie, that's what it was going on. She had this nagging feeling that it's something more out there. It's something beyond what we have learned here on this island. Some of you all are on an island. And if you think about islands, they are isolated. So you are isolating yourself from so much in life. And they're telling you it's time to stop. Stop fearing your own greatness, because I feel like, as I say this, and for a lot of people, and I'm intuitive, so I can read energy, and I can tell you right now, a lot of people, just based off of the title of the video, they probably won't watch it because they think I'm speaking about, oh, being a celebrity, oh, being important, oh, needing praise. It's not about the praise is for yourself. Self-praise, self-realization, actualization. Like realizing that you deserve to be in the place that your heart is guiding you to. You deserve to be the person that spearheads your life. And you know what I'm hearing? Every time I say spearhead, I'm thinking about arrowhead. There's an arrowhead crystal. Some of you all may need to wear that. I had one and I don't know where it is, so I guess it's time for me to buy another one. Because every time I give you guys messages too, I get messages about things that I should apply to my own life. So I'm always grateful for you all for allowing me to give the messages, because I receive things from it as well. So again, look it up. It's an arrowhead crystal. And that crystal, like if you think about an arrow, if someone is shooting an arrow, they have a target. So wearing that crystal is associated with getting to the point of being, like, helping guide yourself to your targeted goals. So that may be something that you need to tap into as well, especially when I talk about ancestors, because arrowhead has a deep ancestral energy as well. So I would check that out if I was you. I believe it's a type of jasper or agate. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I only had one in life, and I had it like in my early 20s. So, you know, maybe it's time to revisit that. If I get one, I'll make sure I post it here on the channel so you guys can see. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys today. It's time for you to take control. No more supporting actress. Absolutely not. You are meant to have the lead role, okay? On every single credit, your name should be on every single panel, okay? Because it's your life, so you have to live it, and you can't be fearful. You know, and then as soon as I look, you didn't hear me shuffling anything, but now I'm looking at this. Look at these families. They're in caskets. If you're in a casket, that means you're no longer with us. But see, they're being risen. These are ancestors. These are ancestors that are trying to help guide you from the grave, from beyond the grave. Just like the name of the song, From the Beyond. You have ancestors that are protecting you, they're guiding you, they're trying to help you, they're trying to lead you. A lot of people will fight it because it just doesn't make sense. A lot of people want proof. I need to be able to feel it, taste it, smell it, see it in order for me to believe that it's real. And I use this example all the time. If you believe in God, you've never seen God. But then people say, I've seen God. I see God every day when I look at my child. You're right. I see God every day when I look at the sky. You're right. But can you give me a description of what God is? We're not personifying it. We're talking about God. What is God to you? What is a divine essence to you? What is it? If you know you can't say that, but you know for a fact that you know that it's real, that's the same thing as keeping faith in your own purpose. You can't doubt that. Because the moment you start living in doubt, that's the moment where nothing will happen for you. And a lot of you all are too great. Your influence is too powerful. Your reach is too, magnetic for you to just sit on it, because you didn't come here for nothing. All of us came here for a reason. And you can't play small because it makes you feel like you're being arrogant or too much or self-absorbed. No, you're not. You know what to do. Your heart, your soul, your spirit is telling you what to do. So now it's time for you to do it. And that's how you bring balance into your life. You guys seen that this one, after this card, our very last card, this was right up under there. And today is the moon in Libra. And you know what I notice all the time about this? You see how right in front of her, the sword is down. Why? It's time for you to pick that sword up. That means that's a call to action. That means you're claiming authority over that situation. She's blindfolded, choosing not to see her life a certain way, choosing not to deal with things that are right in front of her, that are beyond her sight. Because that blindfold is like a cushion. It's like a safety net. And that's choosing to do so, right? Spirit is saying you have to make a choice. And it's time for you to go on that journey. And everybody won't be happy with you. Everybody won't be supportive. They're supporting each other by exchanging those cups. Everybody won't be supportive. Everybody won't be happy for you. But guess what? They don't have to go with you. And if people genuinely love you, love should not have conditions. If they love you, they're going to support you one way or another. They don't have to agree with your path. But to shun you because you're not doing what they're doing is rubbish, utter rubbish, tomfoolery. And they don't belong in your life if that is the case. And that will be the same for you. If you see somebody going on a spiritual journey and you're bashing them or knocking them because their path takes them in a different direction, then you're showing conditions and stipulations to your friendship and your love for people. And that's not okay. Okay? So thank you guys so very much for watching Queen Airbender Tarot. As always, I'm going to ask that you continue to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you guys hype up this video because I know a lot of people definitely need to hear this reading. I appreciate it in advance. And until next time, take care and be well. Bye.